Welcome back, spooky friends, to another exciting episode of Sir Henry's Haunted Podcast. I am your host, Zach, and along here side me again happens to be Calvin.
Calvin, with my own camera. Whoa.
That's crazy. Here we are, chugging along on this journey of building epic haunt stuff. If you guys didn't catch our last episode, please check that out. We had a sit down with our friend, artist Jason Thomas. Go check that out. It's the last podcast we did on that. This podcast, we're doing something brand new, brand exclusive, something we've never done before. Several weeks ago, we went to a large trade show in St. Louis called Transworld Halloween and Attractions Show. We shortened it to Transworld. I know that sounds like something else, but alas, it is a Halloween and haunt show. So, we're doing what the ladies like to call a haul. What are we doing?
Transworld Hall.
So we're doing a Transworld haul, not of everything,
Not of everything. Not even of a quarter.
but of some of the new masks we got. Now, we are not, there are some notes with this. We are not divulging themes yet. We are not divulging where these masks will even be. Maybe. I don't know. We'll fill it out as we go. But we are going to show you the mask, talk a little bit in a sense about the character, and maybe why we chose to choose this particular mask, and
In particular?
what we are looking to bring to the haunt this year with these characters themselves. Yes.
Without further ado.
Let's don't
Passing-
forget we got,
passing
of
the
course,
mic.
we have our shout out swear jar here. The money goes in there when we say shout out or fun fact. And the hope is, last, a couple seasons ago, we wanted to buy a new fog machine. I think for this fun fact money, we're going to get another double neon sign.
That works for me. It's
Okay.
going to go in my office.
Okay.
All right. So, this is my jam.
I don't know where we're starting. I don't know.
This is my jam. I'm the mask guy. And in specifics, these are all silicone masks. So even these are like a quarter of what we actually got.
So let's give our audience and viewers a world of what is a silicone mask. How does a silicone mask differ from what I see at Party City or Spirit Halloween, the standard run-of-the-mill latex mass-produced mask?
Yeah, so exactly that. Your mass-produced masks are mostly going to be latex or foam latex or anything like that. Those are cheaper masks. They're mass-produced, and significantly cheaper. Your silicone masks are movie quality
Yes.
masks. Obviously, they're made out of silicone. They're form-fitting. They're most like what pretty much all of our, not all of them, but majority of our big
95%.
of our characters wear silicone masks. So yeah, I'm trying to think of like moments in Hollywood that was a silicone mask.
I know some of I don't watch this stuff, but like the fantastical stuff,
Yeah, any like
orcs, I think.
yeah, a
doing
lot of
something.
so if y'all watched, I don't even know the name of the movie. Anyways, silicone masks are great. I love them. They're my favorite. They're my children. I take them all off the heads and train the actors on how to wear them, and I put them all back on the heads. So yeah, I'm going to show you some of what we got, and I'll start with.
Well, before we start, let's give a little bit of background. I'm gonna delay this. I'll set you up so you watch the whole video, so we get the monetization of this video. Calvin was the first actor that we ever put in a silicone mask. Years ago, now it's been years. Josh and myself were at Transworld. This was 2018, and the haunt was still young. We were still figuring things out, and we decided that we wanted to purchase a silicone mask. In this case, it was from CFX, Composite FX. And the first very original silicone mask we ever got was Pyram's mask, which is the Sam Hain, and I know I'm pronouncing that wrong.
Samhain.
It's more fun to me if you say Sam
Still to this day,
Hain, which we have that mask.
non-bias, of course, is probably one of my favorite masks we have.
I love it, and I've never worn the mask as a character, obviously, or I don't have a favorite, as Tim Allen would say in Santa Claus, but yeah, it is.
Silicone masks can be very intimidating to wear.
Well, that's kind of why I hesitated on getting one. It's like, okay, here's a silicone mask. This thing is thick. This thing is hot. This is heavy. You know, actors, they get hot. We're in Central Florida. It's very hot. It's very humid. It's very sweaty. I'm like, why would I spend this kind of money on something that, you know, somebody's just going to take off? Surprisingly, over the years, our kids love this.
So, yeah, as someone that has pretty much only exclusively wears silicone masks, when I have to hang out with my friend Darla in Valentine's Day, it's the worst. I will never go back to latex masks. So the problem with latex masks, at least for me, is that because they don't sit tight on my face, you're breathing your same breath over and over again, and that makes it so much hotter. So when you breathe out, it just kind of reflects off the mask back into your face. I find that much hotter than wearing these that are, you know, upwards of 10 pounds sometimes. I would still prefer to wear that because your breath, I don't know, it's all in the breath.
Some weird tendencies. Of course, I do too. But no, and for those of you asking, Sir Henry's original mask was, when I say original, back to 2017, was not silicone. It was foam latex.
Foam I'm kind of
latex.
chill with, but like the hard latex, it's nowhere near as comfortable as a silicone mask.
I wear a silicone mask now, though.
Yeah, he does wear a silicone mask. And if someone like him who's that claustrophobic can wear a silicone mask, you can too. But yeah, any other tidbits of information before we begin?
No, yeah. So Calvin was our first very own silicone wearing mask person out at Sir Henry's in the Pyro mask. That was our first ever silicone mask, and now we just can't help ourselves. We love these quality. We love these masks. All the actors love them, and it's kind of a boost for those who, you know, are okay with wearing masks, because not everybody's okay with wearing masks,
and that's fine.
And no, whatever, that's fine. Of course, we had to have to make up, but it feels very, I don't know, privileged for them. Like, hey, we're putting you in this mask. This is not a Party City mask. It's not a Spirit Halloween mask. This is Hollywood quality.
Yes. Yeah.
So let's see some of this Hollywood quality.
Hollywood quality. All right, so we're going to start small and work up big, of course. So we're going to start with one of our late additions after the show. This is a Shattered Effects. They call it pork chop masks. But yeah, I hope I'm in frame. I should have kept
Very nice.
Yep. So this is a style of half mask. So this is only
this is Shattered Effects half mask.
Yes.
Which is very cool. It'll differ from Immortal, and we compare that to a second. With Shattered Effects, they have this a backing on the back, and it's literally just half the face. Whereas Immortal, you'll see in a second. It's
like we call them sock masks, or
basically
society calls them shiesties, but it's that material, just with a very thick silicone mask on it. Yeah.
So we have what'd you say, pork chop?
Pork chop. And this is the clown variant. Our first clown is what it was called.
This is not a clown variant.
It's not a clown.
This is not a clown variant either. This is pale.
Yeah, sure, if you want to say that. If that's what you want to go with.
This is the pale variant. But yeah, it's cool. I mean, literally, you know, these you can see the vein work here. It has movement in it too. So like when you'll be able to move your jaw if you're wearing one of these.
Maybe I'll put them on and do a demonstration.
We'll put one on. We'll put one. Probably maybe this one. But I saw this mask, and typically for me and my style, if you guys have been fans of Sir Henry for any period of time, you know I'm not that into blood, guts, and gore. or anything that looks run of the mill for that matter. And I don't know, a person wearing a pig mask to me is almost like a clown or a zombie at times. But there was just something about this, and I think for me, the sculpt of the eyes is what sold me on this. I'm getting very artistic here, so go with me. But no, there's something with the shape of the eyes and the eyeball hanging out that I don't know spoke to me, and I wanted to add this character to the haunt because I think Gus would love it, more or less, and be terrified of it, more or less. But it will also bring a new sense of depth and dimension to characters in certain areas that this scene maybe didn't have last year.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that.
But yeah, we kind
It's
of
heavy,
walked
you can't
into
carry
the
that.
show with the idea of maybe getting a pig mask.
No. I didn't go into this show wanting to get a pig mask. I did not want to get a pig mask at this show. That wasn't on the list.
I thought it was.
I had a list. It was not on the list. Do not let this person fool you, okay? I did not want to get it. I had no intentions of buying a pig mask. But I saw this, and it spoke to me. And that was actually, we wanted to do cash and carry, which basically means we get to take it home with us. That was the second option I looked at. The first option had already sold, so I wasn't able to get that paint job that I wanted.
it literally sold like
As I'm pointing
Yeah,
at it,
yeah.
I want that one. It's sold, okay. I want that one. So it Trans World can get kind of hectic like that, especially if you're rapid shopping to cash and carry all this stuff
Yeah.
to take home with you.
it's a rat race.
So we have that. We're excited for that character. We had a pig mask from Pumpkin Pulp or whatever it was a couple years ago, and
I actually wore it my first year.
we're as the chainsaw in the hallway
No,
because that was your first year.
after the Frankenstein, right before the claustrophobia tunnels, I wore that mask for one night. So Friday and Saturday I wore the Frankenstein costume that we talked about last episode. That Sunday night I wore that pig mask, and then the next weekend I was the chainsaw in the hallway. I wore it for one night.
Mask has been around, got around too.
Yeah.
No, so but it's whatever. It's nothing special about it. But I'm excited because this mask has character, and that's what made me want to buy this mask.
Because it's freaky, it's body horror, but it also reads as a pig so much that even your children recognize it as a pig.
yes,
So-
my kids are less than 2 years old.
Yeah.
so.
But yeah, I like it. I think that's a cool addition. I would wear it if I could, but we have
I think it's
other ideas.
that is going to be reflective of the other things we are adding to that scene as well. So not only is it sets and props and animatronics aesthetics, but the characters are getting an upgrade
Yeah,
in the
that's-
scene too.
It's a good point. Never thought about that.
Of course, that's why I'm here.
So this next one, we've had our eyes on for probably like 3 years. Just trying to figure out
Me or you?
us in general.
I don't know the order. Honestly, I am totally shocked right now.
But we were just waiting for the time of when it was right to do it,
Yes.
and that is this guy here.
No,
which is-
I looked at this last year. I was going to buy it, but then there's a complication that I wasn't okay with last year of wanting to buy that again.
But this is Immortal Masks, and this is their Grimrot. So this is Immortal style half. Which,
So it differs if you turn that to the side. So Shattered, stops here, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's a matter of preference. Whereas Immortal half mask stop here, and you'll notice when we get to it in a minute, Immortal's full mask generally come over like a chest piece almost.
they call it a bib. So your full masks will have a bib, and that'll come down.
That
to
way, when you're drinking water at the haunt, you don't get
Exactly.
water on your costume.
And these are essentially no bib. But yeah, so I don't know. This thing can read as a bunch of different things. I'll let Zach decide if he wants to tell us what we're going to use it for. But I love this guy. His ears wiggle, so I think that's
Would
really
make
cool.
for a really cool leprechaun.
really cool leprechaun.
Um,
But yeah, Grimrot from Immortal I've had our eyes on it forever.
We're definitely probably going to use it in some capacity at Christmas. 'Cause-
Yeah, absolutely.
And I just realized that.
Yeah.
On this episode. But we're probably going to use this. Probably we are as a goblin. My one legal required fun fact, so we're immune here. Fun fact, for those who don't know, go back and watch the early episodes of Sir Henry's Haunted Podcast, Season 1. We started at our house. It was a home haunt. I created all these characters.
Not my house, his house.
In my house. My childhood home. I created all these characters, blah, 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 including Sir Henry, and carried it over to here, and here we are. The fun fact is that the year I created Sir Henry, before I came to the idea of Sir Henry, I was originally wanting to create a goblin character. And so you could say Sir Henry was going to be a goblin.
Sir Henry's is a goblin.
And then I had this vision.
This guy.
Light bulb.
That's so Raven over here.
That of this trickster skeleton, and here we are. But yeah, that's your little fun tidbit for the episode. So I'm excited to bring this guy. I'm glad we pulled the trigger on this because the actor that we have in mind to play this was an integral part of wanting to do this character and to bringing it to life.
Yeah.
Because of their vision for the character.
They have been begging to do it. So
but they just can't beg to do it. You're
Well,
gonna get
yeah,
something.
yeah.
They had a vision for this character that they had shown us, and like that was enough. Again, this was not on my radar of things to get this year.
that was actually the last thing we purchased at the show. Or one of the last things.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, yeah, I think the way we're going to use it at the haunt is going to add a lot of energy to the haunt.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
So I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see this goblin to finally create a goblin character.
Yes.
And I'm excited to see this actor bring this goblin to life because he's kind of a goblin himself.
But yeah, that's a good, very goblin-like person. So, contemplating which one I'm going to do next, but I think I'll do... Huh? Yeah. So, this next one is another one that we've had our eyes on for a couple years since they released it. It's very... Very...
I know what you're talking about now because we're starting to limit ourselves.
Yeah. Very polarizing mask. I don't. Let's not reveal too many secrets of this mask. I'll just.
No, we're not going to... the secret
But yeah,
of this mask.
so this is our first full mask I'm going to show. So give me a second.
Also
here.
an immortal.
Yes, another immortal mask. But this is their afflicted mask.
If you guys don't like boils or pimples or pusses, this is not a mask for you, but that's why we bought it.
This thing is going to be a terror on the mulch, I believe. But yeah, so this is what we're talking about with the bib. So that'll actually go down to like your sternum, mid-sternum. So this is a full mask. This is where things go to get a little bit heavy, especially this guy with all this silicone buildup. But yeah, he's really cool, really gross. This is their bloated variant, which we've always kind of had an affinity for these variants of masks. Like
No, this is called waterlogged.
Or waterlogged. Yes, you're right. You're right.
The captain's mask is a waterlogged variant paint scheme.
But I like it. It's shiny.
It fits with the vibe of that nautical water thing that we like. We do. So,
but yeah, he's cool. Afflicted, immortal mask.
There is, like Calvin said, one big secret with this mask.
Yes,
that
we're not
going to have an interaction with.
Yes. Like I said, this thing is gross. It is very gross.
And side note, honestly, in all honesty, I wanted to buy this for a new scene that we're going to have at the haunt. And we thought, okay, yeah, we're going to use it there, and it's going to be used in this capacity. But we changed that, and it's going to be used in a different area. And I am using it really for a marketing advantage and perspective because this is going to be talked about. You'll be able to take pictures and videos of this. Doesn't necessarily mean that's in the common area, so not saying that, but it's you'll see.
Yeah, shock value.
And if you want to talk marketing, go to GorillaHaunting.com and we'll hook you up.
But yeah, not a lot to say about this guy. I put him on. He's comfortable. Yeah, but I love him. We've talked about this guy for years. Jen, another manager, she has a very much a love-hate relationship with this thing. She loves it, she wants it, but she can't stand to look at it. Like most of us, this thing is gross.
It's kind of nasty.
Yeah, but super cool guy. Zach, talk about something while I'll go put him over here.
So, that
very informative, Zach. Thank you.
That wasn't scripted.
But yeah.
Okay, so like seeing that mask from this side, I had the clean side. That looks nasty.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
That is rough.
It's pretty bad. Especially with the shine, the waterlogged shine.
I don't mind the shine as much, but like the amount of like pimple, boil things, that's kind of disgusting.
It's an incredible sculpt.
Hey. Oh, no. I mean, yeah, it's cool.
It's incredible sculpt.
I could probably do better. I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
Andrew Freeman won Face Off, right? Yeah. So this next one was we walked into the show wanting this one, or the idea of wanting one of these masks. Unlike pretty much anything we've done before. This guy here, which is another one.
Oh, so we had the idea for this character in general. We didn't know where we were going to settle on this mask at.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of just naturally happened.
So yeah, we shopped around, and we pretty much like decided on one. And this is a CFX mask. I told Josh that I was like, I'm going to come back for that rat tomorrow, because this was on Wednesday before the show opened. And by the time I could get there, the show opened, the one we really wanted was gone. And
they bought while we were in the booth trying to buy it.
Very same situation as the first mask of like, I'm trying to flag down Josh, but Josh is making a sale, and that sale was of the rat.
Everything happens for a reason.
Of the thing.
And
Sorry.
I also think I now prefer this paint job over the other one we thought we wanted.
Without further ado, this is going to be a good friend of mine this year. This is Mortimer, the rat from CFX.
The mask name?
Mortimer.
Yes.
And actually, so this is their Steamboat Willie paint job.
Yeah, I love it.
So yeah, every as soon as that domain
copyright
or whatever
went
became public. Yeah, this guy. Everyone had to do a Steamboat Willie one, and I appreciate CFX for really just taking something they already have, something original, and just kind of putting a twist to it. But yeah, I love this guy. He's great. Like I said, he's going to be a very good friend of mine this year.
What does that mean, Calvin?
You know what it means. If you know, you know. His movement's great.
The ears, when you put the mask on,
his ears move. Yeah. Elijah is actually our lighting guy. He's a big fan of this mask too. But yeah, I love him. The vision in it is actually a lot better than
So
imagine.
If you have this mask on, where are you looking out of?
So
it looks like that's silicone. I thought it. So I did not know that this was silicone. I thought it was like a
plastic thing. Yeah,
this is actually silicone. That's crazy.
Yeah. So no, you actually look through.
So right here,
through the eye ditch.
And how's the visibility on it?
Visibility is really good. Well, so it's worse than other silicone masks, but it's now nowhere near as bad as I expected. Because like you, I thought these were hard plastic lenses, and I thought I was gonna have to wear sunglasses all night.
Sunglasses?
Because I thought I was gonna be looking through tinted glass, and I was like, I'm not gonna be able to see at night. But no, alas, you do look through this little eyeball ditch.
So. Go ahead.
Something I didn't show. I guess I really couldn't on that one. But like these masks have ear holes, nose holes. Like this guy has nose holes. Everything. So that when I'm saying you're breathing out of this mask and not in it, you are. You can still hear everything. It's great. Any other tidbits?
Yeah. Well, just kind of in general. There's a handful of different vendors for silicone mask, with probably the big three being Immortal, CFX, and Shattered, and each does their own thing well. One of the things I like about Composite Effects is that when we get a mask from them, I believe it's easier to create an icon character, so to speak.
Yeah.
I think they have just a certain look, and not look, but maybe a personality to them that Immortal might not have at times. And that's not taking anything away from anybody. Immortal sculpts are second to none. But I just think CFX brings a personality to these masks, and I think you'll see that this year. I think you see it with Pyrum. That I think that's what they do well.
They have a vibe for sure.
Okay,
But,
you can say that.
As a wearer of
Different
different brands of masks, CFX are by far the most comfortable. And they're not paying me to say that. They don't pay me to do anything. But I love them. Good friends of ours. But yeah, no, their masks are incredibly comfortable, and I've worn
everything.
I've worn all of the big three. But yeah, as soon as when I put this on the other day, I'm like, man, this thing is so comfortable. And I had my hair up, which is crazy. I don't do that because it makes the mask so much tighter. But even with how tight this was, with my hair up, still incredibly comfortable.
I always have to have my hair up when I wear a mask.
Yeah. Okay, haha, funny. But yeah, Mortimer the Rat from CFX. I'm super excited about that guy.
No, we are not doing some cheap phone in Mickey Mouse character.
It's not Mickey Mouse, it's Steamboat Willie.
Whatever. What do you
And
think?
we're still not doing
And
Steamboat
we're
Willie.
not. So don't think we're that. You guys know we don't do that stuff. That's a cop out.
Yeah, love that guy. So this next one,
I mean, we got left two.
we got two left, but
Okay.
these are two big ones.
These are big.
Big.
Big league.
The plans for them are big, and I'll say that.
There's the last one I will talk a little bit more about openly.
Okay. You want to do this one, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, I don't know. This one we just kind of stumbled into right before the show, right?
And the theme here is that like we went into this year with Transworld with ideas of kind of what we wanted to find, but not saying we want this, this, and this.
Yeah.
We let it happen naturally, kind of like we were letting a lot of the design this year at the trio
Just
and
kind of flow.
it's just falling into place.
Yeah.
This mask fell into place. We weren't looking for this necessarily, and maybe later on when the stories come out and the themes, we'll be able to talk more specifically about why we came to this. But
yeah, I think this was just kind of like I sent you the link or you sent me the link of like, what do you
no, I looked at this at the show floor. I'm like, that could be something, and I just a passing casual thing like.
But I mean, that's how a lot of the greatness we have found.
It's an idea
At the
and a
show.
spark.
Yeah, is literally just
Because
seeing
it's
it.
also you can shop online all day you want, but then seeing them in person does change quite a bit.
Absolutely.
And here we go.
But yes, so this is the deity mask from Immortal. And like I said, this is going to be one of our bigger ones this year. But this guy,
This is the bone variant, and no, it is not replacing Sir Henry.
no, yeah, of course not. But so like how you thought the lenses or his eyes were latex, this one is actually acrylic. His eye is actually acrylic up there, which I thought was cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like we're saying, we're walking through the aisles and we're like, this guy's. I've always thought this guy was cool. Never really had an idea for
I
him.
honestly didn't know this guy existed until Transworld.
Yeah, but when we saw him, it was just like exactly what he's saying. Like, oh yeah, this we could do this with this. So we're gonna do that with that. But yeah, super cool. I haven't put this guy on yet. I imagine he's comfortable because he's not too heavy. The bib is heavy, but that doesn't really affect you as much as like the head will. But yeah, you want to give any notes about this guy?
I mean, no, not necessarily. I'm excited for this. In fact, I think this will play out so well in the story of where this is going for this character. I don't know. I'm very particular about my sculpts, and for me to actually purchase a mask that is essentially a skull says a lot about how much I like it. And can you face it to me a little? Just like see. Yeah, I love the grin, the smile. The smile is real. I don't want to hold it.
I'm putting it into your camera.
The smile for me is a lot. The eye adds another element to it, and then this, complete with the bib, it's it's very symmetrical in a way. Yeah.
Yeah, love this guy.
It spoke to us because I saw it and then I put the idea out, and then once I said the idea out, everybody kind of thought like, oh, yes,
Yeah,
it just made sense.
yeah. So yeah, this is gonna be.
So speculate what attraction, what trail, what hayride, what common area you think this is going to be, what character, and not just for this, but for everything. Speculate. Drop a comment in the comments on this video.
I'd love to see what y'all come up with because
Yeah.
this might be a hard one to guess.
Yeah. He going to be taking the orders at the Taco Bell?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So this the last one, the grand finale.
Now, mind you, we are only showing you the silicone mask we got. We are not showing you all the masks we got. We're not showing you. We're just showing silicone mask.
Quite literally. Thanks, Chris.
Whoa! We got real
got close
there.
Trash bags full of masks. But that for a later date. This guy, I have always liked, and I don't think I've ever voiced this to you.
No, you have. I
meant pre-purchase.
Yes,
have.
you have.
I love this guy.
So Zach 3 years ago would never look twice at this guy. Not give.
Really?
Yeah, Zach 3 years ago would never. Zach 2 years ago might not even give this guy a second look.
Well, yeah, as a matter of fact,
he kind of was in my ear about this mask, this kind of character, whatever. And I'm like, but something. The theme with me is if you tell me enough, eventually it'll sink into my head where I feel like it becomes my own idea.
And that is not a joke.
And I like it.
At least 15 times a day, he'll say something like, dude, I said that. And no, you didn't.
That's part of my creative process, okay?
But, yes. So I'll hang on.
Whoa.
And so, yeah, I'll definitely hold
let's
this up
just
to
start
get a
real
closer
quick.
look.
This is not Groot. This is not a Groot-like character. So let's just get that out the way.
So this is wood rot from, again, Immortal Masks. The sculpt on this is just insane. It's incredible. The paint, everything on it. But, yeah, Zach, talk about him, and I'll get a nice close-up for the camera.
It's not Groot. I know a lot of people will probably go there, but it's not. I'm not a big Lord of the Rings fan, but I have seen the movies. My wife forced me to watch them years ago. But I think a comparable thing for this character would be the tree people in Lord of the Rings. And this is just me kind of stretching that. But I think that's probably going to be a comparable thing for this character. That probably was so loud in the mic. What I can tell you, and the teaser we'll give for this video, is that wood rot here will be one of the new icon characters going forward. In fact, our theme and design for 2024 is going to be centered around this character. And I'm excited for that. I am currently working on the graphics for that and for the character and for the design. And I think it's going to be special.
I think this is definitely our most crazy assortment of masks.
It's like you are not going to pinpoint any of our themes.
Yeah.
You will not figure our themes out. You will not figure anything out with any of these masks.
Because we have a style. Let's be real. We have a style.
We do.
And I don't think, besides maybe this one, none of these really fall into our style.
I would argue that this is maybe the least stylistic. Like this, the rat and the deity one, not something we would traditionally
No,
do.
exactly.
And I was telling Calvin this the other day, like now that we have 10 seasons past under our belt, I feel like I can just have fun with it, gloves off. I don't have to.
You said I've done what I wanted to do.
Yes.
And now I can go and just have fun.
That is the word for word exact quote. I've done what I wanted to do and I can have fun. And that's what we're doing here.
And I feel like, that's especially the vibe of everything we've built and designed so far is just kind of like.
I mean, we just had some auditions for lead characters. We had some of our inner team come out and do that. I think people are on our team are also
Yeah.
having and carrying that same vibe.
Yeah, I'm just looking forward, especially now that the build's nearing towards the end, just getting in there and getting some cool stuff done, adding some cool stuff, fixing some stuff that didn't work or hasn't worked previously. Anyways, this guy is amazing. One of my favorites, probably if not my favorite mask. I love him. The wood grain is so good. I just love him.
And this might not be the only iteration of this character you see at this event.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You
Yeah.
know, like he's got like the little mushrooms on him.
I didn't even know he had a mushroom. Honestly,
Dude.
if I knew that, I probably wouldn't have bought it. But whatever. Cut
Yeah,
that off.
mushrooms are gonna be a big thing this year. Big thing. Anyways, I'm gonna set this guy down.
Love y'all out there. Appreciate y'all and everything y'all do.
So yeah, that's all the silicone masks.
Yes. And
That
that's 3, 6, 7.
Yes, it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 masks. Which our total collection we counted the other day is 17, 18 total silicone masks.
Oh no, yeah, it's closer to 21.
Yeah, I'd have to count again. But yeah, I'll count and we'll put it up on the screen. But yeah, we're getting a pretty good collection.
We have and the thing that, like, when I make the decision, to buy a silicone mask, it's a team effort. A lot goes into it because I don't buy these things because they're not cheap. But I don't buy these things for the little boo hole.
That was me.
Oh. I don't buy these things for the little boo hole scene in the haunt that a guest will only see for 2.3 seconds because it's a waste. It's a waste. I get it. There are haunts that do that, and maybe they have the extra resources to do that. That's an artistic design call at that point. I can't warrant that for a lot of reasons, but so every mask we pick and choose that is a silicone plays a certain level of prominence into not only the haunt but also to our marketing and the characterization of the event itself. And you see that with everything we got.
As far as, like, I'm not saying, for lack of a better word, disposable things that we purchase, these are like the best investments for sure.
Have I done the FF for the day yet?
No, I don't think so.
Cameraman, did I?
Audience, studio audience.
Okay, fun fact. What is our fun fact of the day? I think I did because I said the Pyram thing.
Oh, whatever. Put $1 in anyways. Goes to charity.
Yeah.
The charity of getting an LED sign in my room.
And I forgot what the fun fact was. Crazy.
That's great.
Oh, my least favorite silicone mask we own. I was literally thinking about this last night. I hate it. But is the Reaper mask. So when we did Silent Walls, we had the Reaper character. We got this old man mask. We brought it back last year for Tale of the Dead. Kind of have to. Nostalgic 10 years, legacy characters, all that stuff. I hate the mask. I don't know, and I don't know why. I just hate it.
That is by far our most decisive mask because
Our most what?
decisive,
Decisive or divisive?
divisive.
Okay.
Because I'm in your boat. I don't like that mask. I never have.
Who does?
But my parents, we've never done anything cooler. That is the coolest thing they've ever seen in their life.
Can we get a quote?
Y'all need to bring back that old man mask. My dad doesn't sound like that, but that was the coolest thing y'all have done. But
Love you, Alan, if you're watching.
Love my dad. Love you, daddy.
No,
but
I don't.
Adore that mask.
That's wild.
And they ask me about it every year. You done with that? You done with that old man mask? I want it.
I was literally thinking about moving it the other day, like selling it.
Yeah, I don't know. My favorite, not counting these ones, I guess. I like the one that Reese wore.
Oh yeah, the siren character, the band, the
big jaw.
That
That had Elijah in the other day because he
Are you serious?
could prove to me that he could wear a female fit mask.
I didn't get a Snapchat or a picture of this.
Yes, you did.
No,
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
All right. Anyways, but that is a cool mask, and I like, of course, Pyram's.
I feel like I was saying there was one the other day that like I love this. Oh, it's the Shattered FX pumpkin one that we got last year, the Rotten Pumpkin.
Oh yeah, that one's
I would wear that as a character. I love that. I think
the one with the head neck like that, right?
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. And I while I'm thinking about it, side note, I did the fun fact legal shout out. I'm gonna get in trouble if I don't. I want to give a legal shout out to Priscilla's Lemonade, fresh squeezed lemonade. I promised her I would make a shout out. If you guys were here for Valentine's, you know that we had a lemonade stand. That was Priscilla's lemonade stand and her fresh squeezed lemonade. I am very particular about lemonade. It's either too salty, too tarty, too strong, too sweet, whatever. Priscilla's lemonade is the perfect balance of a lemonade, and it will be returning for our October event. So you can see that. See Priscilla and her lemonade. Love you, Priscilla. Shout out.
I love you too, Priscilla. But that was way off topic.
Sorry,
But I know
yes.
why you had to do that.
But anyway, back to subject. But yeah, no. I like that one, and I would play that character. If
But I feel so. Like, I feel like the old man one is a cop out answer. Do you have a?
no, but I don't. I hate it.
It's so
Second favorite to Shattered Pumpkin for me is the Captain.
Oh, that's a great
I
one.
think it's an unsung hero mask.
Unsung hero, but
character
so,
too.
What like also kind of jumping back to what you were saying about they always kind of play a big part. We also try to get ones that are multi-purpose.
Yeah,
you know?
So we don't want to pick one just for the sake of, hey, we're doing a pumpkin trail this year or whatever we do, and let's get some pumpkin masks. No, I mean pumpkins are easy because it's Halloween. We can translate that, but
So, what I was gonna say with that is that the old man mask like served its purpose as the Reaper, but how cool is an old man after that? You know what I mean?
I think a lot of people find them creepy.
Yeah. But so that's what I'm saying. Like that mask can do one thing and that's it.
But there's nothing interesting with that mask.
Yeah, because like if you think about like the Shattered Carver mask that Ripper wore, like that could be anything.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like I don't know, and it has not. I think it was the actor. Well, I don't know.
I wouldn't say that.
But I'm saying
because we've seen several
not,
actors in it.
But I'm saying it has not held up. There's a lot of paint coming off of it and stuff like that in comparison to others.
You gonna fix that, Immortal?
And that's what I'm saying. I don't know if it was a misuse thing or not, but it's just kind of a stain on the mask shelf now.
Yeah, I look at it and I'm like, why is that here?
I don't know. But when it was in the trail, it was really cool. I thought.
I think it's one of those early costumes that we did, and we're like, oh my gosh, this is so cool, and we really didn't know how much cooler we could be.
Yeah.
And so,
but yeah,
there it is.
Other than that, I think this is probably my favorite haul we've had.
I think so too. It's just there's so much of, like you said, a variety, and it's kind of unorthodox, really.
Yeah, especially for us. But yeah, there's none of these two match, except for maybe like the goblin.
So let's see your speculation, your comments of what you think we're gonna do with these characters, trail themes, what have you, where they're gonna be. Let's see what you have to think about that. Anything else you want to add?
No. That's
okay,
it.
great. We didn't want to hear it anyway.
Comment out of these what your favorite is. Also, besides of what you think they're going to be used for, but also your favorites.
Yeah, what's your favorite? Let's hear that too.
Or any favorite.
So if you have a favorite from this haul, this Transworld haul, or if you have a historical favorite mask, silicone or not, we'd love to hear it. Put the comment below.
Do you have a dream mask that you want to get? You just don't know what you want to use it for?
I got it last December.
Oh yeah.
I purchased so as a haunt owner, it might seem weird that I am not a mask collector. This is all Sir Henry's Haunted Trail property. I don't view this as my personal property, even though it is. But I made the purchase last December, to buy a silicone mask for myself. And this was not from one of the big three.
Was not, yeah. Smaller guy.
I purchased a Grinch mask. I love the Grinch. And I purchased an Evolution. No, so not Evolution. Evil Chimp Grinch mask, because I think, in my artistic perspective, that is the most screen accurate Grinch mask. Love Immortal, but there's something about that I didn't care for, wasn't drawn to. It goes back to personality. There's a lot of personality in this Evil Chimp mask, especially for the Grinch character. So I have that. I'll put a picture on the screen. I was able to go to my friend's house. His kids love the Grinch, and I made a surprise appearance. And they kind of freaked out at first, but then they were like, "Oh, Mr. Grinch." So that was cool. That is a side note of my personality and what I love. But that is my favorite. And you know it is because I went out and bought it for myself.
Yeah, that's big for you, especially. You know what mine? You know what I'm going to say?
What
mine?
is yours?
The white and red.
Dream mask?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Yeah. So, if you didn't know, Pyram's mask, the orange pumpkin, comes in a white variant with like red blood.
It is so cool.
And we always talked about like how cool would that be to get that and to do it like at a Valentine's event.
Josh, Tabitha, if you're watching this,
if you want to sponsor our podcast and donate the mask,
if you want to send me that mask, I will not be opposed.
We'll plug you.
Love that.
Link you below.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, we definitely want to get that one day. I came really close last year, actually.
Very close.
Too close. I should get.
And I feel like there's another one that I'm blanking out on. One of Immortals, but I can't remember. I also, as you make fun of mask collectors, I have 3 that I have personal.
That's a big deal.
One of them being Darla, another one coming from.
That's your property.
Yeah, I bought that mask.
Oh, you bought that mask?
Yeah, I bought that mask.
Oh, he bought that mask.
I bought that mask. And then Rubber Gorilla, Matchstick Man. Those 2 are latex, and then I have.
You've seen that character actually out at the haunt before.
You have, if you're lucky.
Yeah.
Very rarely he pops out. And then I don't even remember them.
You bought a clown mask.
I bought a clown mask.
So there's a piece of Calvin that's dead to me.
I think I'll throw up a picture, but for some reason, I do not like clowns. Similar boat as you.
Appreciate that.
But that one, I think, like you're saying, I think it's just like the personality. I think what it was is the little hat that sold me.
Well, I mean, you could put a little hat on the mouse. Here too.
I should put a little hat on.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
But I don't know. I think it's the Crinkles mask. But I don't know. Now he sits up on my desk and he's cool. I've never worn him. I've worn him around the house, but I've never worn him.
Yeah. Just gonna wear this mask around the house.
Not
Everything's
like-
normal here. Nothing weird to see.
Not like casually.
There is no not like. Okay. I mean,
I
some,
don't mean like
Wheaties this
around the
morning.
house like I'm folding my laundry wearing this mask. I mean that like I got it, tried it on, said great, put it in
Okay,
the
but
box.
please say it like that because I just wear it around the house.
Yeah, casually. I took a shower in it the other day. Battery swap.
Man. And one Zach to start on like another thing, and then it cut to him and his feet black. All right, continue on doing your laundry and your mask.
But yeah, it's not like I'm wearing it actually around the house.
Okay, well maybe you should have said that before all that because it just sounds like, hey Reese, I'm just washing some clothes here. Don't mind. Hey Reese, I'm just washing some clothes
Yeah.
here. You know.
But no, he sits on his head on my shelf, and he's cool. For some reason, like I said, I'm not a mask guy. I think it's because that's not like your typical pointy chin mohawk type of clown mask. Huh?
So
yeah,
obnoxious.
exactly. It's different, and to me it's less like clowny and more kind of like
It's vintage. I'll
yeah,
give you
vintage.
that.
Yeah, so he's cool. I don't know. I should have to sell myself to you if I
You
like
should.
a mask.
You should have to, especially if it's a clown mask.
Yeah,
Come on.
I don't know. It's kind of inexcusable, but it's
Anyway, yeah. So I think that's gonna wrap it up here, huh?
cool. Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, like I said, comment, speculate, do all that good stuff. We're going to continue to generate more podcast content as the weeks cometh, and hopefully soon we'll be starting announcing stuff